It's the apartment you want in the location you want at the rent you can afford. Your application has been accepted, so the only step left is to sign on the dotted line and pick up the keys, right? Wrong. Real estate expert John Adams is here with more. And John, what are the steps? There are 5 specific steps that you're going to be talking about that people are actually skipping.
And I see this over and over, Sharon. I've been doing this for so many years, and I just would encourage everybody to listen to these 5 ideas. The first thing is read the lease.
Yeah.
And you're right, we get excited, we found the house we want, everything in it. Read the lease. And I know you're saying, well, I don't understand that. Get an explanation. This piece of paper will govern your entire relationship with that landlord for as long as you stay there.
Yeah.
And you're both bound by it.
That's very true.
So don't sign on the dotted line until you know what that means.
Exactly.
Read the lease.
And 2, not taking pictures of the property.
You know, I believe that the #1 area of disagreement between landlords and tenants at the end of the lease is the condition of the property. Okay, we have found a burn on the carpet. Was that there before, or was it not there? Well, it should be on the move-in, move-out inspection list, but if you've got a picture of it, that will prove beyond any question. So take pictures of every room. Doesn't have to be, you know, artistic. Just have the picture somewhere.
And this one is big, not paying the rent on time.
You know, the landlord has a job to do, and in most cases, they're making a mortgage payment, they have to pay property taxes, and they have to pay insurance. These things are not optional, and they can't call and say, oh, I got laid off today, or I'm not feeling well, or I'm taking a day off. I'm sorry, you've got to pay the rent.
And on time.
Well, and on time, and if you can't, that leads up to our next one, but my point is this: you need to know for sure that you can afford it before you decide to go in that direction, because if it's going to be a struggle, you're not doing yourself any favors or the landlord.
And as you're saying, the next one, not communicating with the landlord.
Pick up the phone. So many times, and I understand it's natural, Sharon, you're embarrassed, you haven't paid the rent on time, you've got puppies that you're not supposed to have or something like this, and these things happen all the time, okay? Just pick up the phone and call me, because I can tell you this: if you do not communicate with your landlord has no option except to go right ahead and file a dispossessory warrant. And that's what we want to avoid. That really escalates things. So communicate.
Nothing wrong with having dialogue with your landlord.
That's right.
And 5th one that you want us to talk about, not making plans right now to buy a home now.
I believe, Sharon, this is a great time to buy a house. Interest rates, yes, they have gone up a little, and we know they're probably headed a little higher, but not in a big hurry. I expect probably not more than 1 percentage point over the next year. And almost anyone, even if you were declared bankrupt or lost a home in foreclosure, within 12 months you can probably figure out a way to buy a house. Now is the time to make those plans, because I believe for most Americans it's the best investment they ever make.
Bottom line, when you're renting.
Absolutely. Read the lease and get ready to buy a house.
Some very valuable information. As always, John, thank you so much.
Thanks, Sharon.
Hey, good morning. I'm Paul Milliken, live at Campers Inn.